people from
Yeah, you brought them down.
natural insulation.
This isn't American.
We know this is
Housekeeping. How are you? My name is Kimmy. The horses' names are Duke and Doc. We are here at the Kimberden Farm, which is a 60-acre hunter and jumper show barn and training facility. We also train the University of Florida Equestrian team here. So the students from university come down and train with us, and Miss Kimberden, who is the owner of the farm, is the head coach of the riding team. Now they do use our horses as well as our facility to host their home horse shows as well as the regional finals. As a matter of fact, next weekend we'll have the final show of the regular season as well as the regional finals on Sunday. So if you guys are around and looking for something to do, you can come down and park in the lower entrance and watch the horse show. Starts at 9 o'clock roughly both days, goes into the early afternoon. Now I have a lot of great information for you today. I'm going to tell you about the farms we go by, some of the famous horses from the farms, some of the famous people in the area, how Ocala became the horse capital, and a little biography on Duke and Doc at the end, so it'll be an action-packed tour. All I ask is a courtesy to the people who are in the back. If I am talking, please don't talk over me. I can only talk so loud, and I'd love for everyone to be able to hear the tour, okay? All right, thank you. Don't make me turn this thing around. Okay. All right.
I'll come back to you.
All right.
I love that sound.
So last spring, a gentleman showed up at our farm at the gate, and I went out to see if I could help him. And he said, well, my name is Melvin James. And as soon as he said his name, I knew exactly who he was. But he followed that up with, I broke and trained Affirmed. Now, Affirmed won the Triple Crown races back in 1978, so it's a pretty big deal. So I said, yes, sir, I know, but how can I help you today? And he said, well, I'm getting inducted into the Agricultural Hall of Fame, and I'm out taking a drive down memory lane, and I used to work horses out of your barn there, and I was wondering if I could come in and take a look around. Well, of course you can. We had a really nice visit, and as we were talking, Mr. James explained to me that all these farms, all this land out here, actually used to be known as the Harborview Farm. It was owned by the Wolfson family, who had also owned Affirmed. Now, Affirmed was born in a different barn off of our property, but when he was old enough, Mr. James actually brought him over here across the street and gave him his start on this little training track here.
Why is that horse interested in us?
Well, he's interested in Duke and Doc mostly.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Very social animals. Come down. Farm on our left. So this is called Crouppy's Newcastle Farm. It's a thoroughbred training center. And Mr. Crouppy will usually get his horses in around the age of 2 years old. The exercise riders bring them out onto the track, and they'll start training them and teaching them all of the tricks of the trade so that hopefully they can become successful racehorses. Now, an exercise rider will usually weigh around 120 to 150 pounds. And then the jockey come racing day is only going to weigh around 100 to 110 pounds, kind of like me. So they train them with a little bit more weight, and that will help give them better strength and endurance. Now, every November, the Breeders' Cup races are held, and they usually feature the best of horses in racing. Mr. Crouppy has given the start to several horses who have gone on to become Breeders' Cup race winners, and some of the more recent ones are named Stay Thirsty, Trinity Bird, Little Mike, and Uncle Mel. Now, Little Mike was named the top thoroughbred in the state of Florida in 2012, and Uncle Mel was named the top 2-year-old thoroughbred in the country in 2010. he was even the favorite for the following year's Kentucky Derby. But unfortunately, he had a stomach bug and he had to be scratched the day before the race. Now, just to give you an idea of what a horse of that caliber would go for, Uncle Mo turned 3 years old when they had decided to retire him at the end of the season, and he had already earned over $1.6 million. His owner purchased him when he was only a year old for around $220,000. So I'd say that was a pretty good investment. Now, the Kentucky Derby, of course, is one of 3 races which make up the Triple Crown, starting the first Saturday in May with the Kentucky Derby, and we can all guess where that is held. Oklahoma.
Yeah.
2 weeks after that, on to Maryland for the Preakness, and 3 weeks after that, on to New York for the Belmont. The object, of course, to win all 3 races in a row. It's very hard to do, and one of the reasons is the fact that those races are only for 3-year-old horses, so they only get 1 chance in their lifetime to do it. Now, we finally had a winner in 2015 with American Pharoah, who we are very proud to say got his earliest start in training right here in Marion County. He was also raised on our locally milled OBS feed. Now, prior to American Pharoah completing that feat, the last horse to successfully do so was all the way back in 1978 with our dear friend Affirmed. Now, this past year's Kentucky Derby winner, Always Dreaming, also got his start right there on Ruby's track. Used to be part of a thoroughbred breeding farm, and there's a popular racehorse named Silver Charm. He won the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness in '97. He also went on to become the 6th highest earning racehorse in history when he had retired, and he had earned around $6.9 million just in his racing career. Now, Silver Charm was bred here at this farm, which means his father had stood at stud here several years back. The next people who came in and took over, though, took the brick barn right behind the trees there, and they renovated it. And they turned the front half of it into their home. And not only that, but they installed French glass doors into the living room area. This way they could gain easy access to the stalls and keep a close eye on their pregnant mares who are about to have babies. So, how'd you like to have a horse in your living room? Am I the only one? See, I always thought it'd be fun to snuggle up with Prince on the love seat with some carrots and popcorn for a movie, and just the other day, my big guys were all telling me how much they love bunk beds. They always fight over the top bunk for some reason. So, the farm on the left is now known as Cicchini, and they do have Arabians, and they ride them in a variety of disciplines, and the discipline they are most well known for is called saddle seat. And saddle seat is a very classical style of riding, and it kind of reminds me of how they would ride in the colonial era. It's very prim and proper, and the men and women would wear top hats and coattails in the show ring, and it all revolves around the horse's gait and their movement. And they're trained so that when they move, they pick their legs almost straight up in the air and then extend out ahead of themselves. So it's kind of like they're doing a high-step dance. It's very pretty to watch. It's also very popular among Tennessee walking horses and saddlebreds. Now, the Arabian is unique, though, because many of them have 2 less vertebrae along their spine and 1 less section of ribs than all the other breeds. I find this particularly interesting because the Arabian is one of the oldest breeds around, and they have been crossbred throughout the years to help create some of the more modern breeds, such as the Thoroughbred. But the genetic property with the ribs and the vertebrae didn't pass down in that crossbreeding. It only stayed true to 100% Arabian blood. Racing purposes. A lot of the races are age restricted, and they're held all throughout the year, so they feel it makes for a more even playing field to give them a universal birthday. That will encourage the breeders to want to have the babies born in January, February, and March. This way, when the following January 1st comes around, they're physically as close as possible to their new age. With any breed of horse, though, they won't really start training them and putting a lot of weight on their backs or stress on their legs until after they've at least had their 2-year-old birthday. Now, the main reason being is much like a human baby is born with a soft spot on its head, when the horse is born, their knees are open and hollow. And as they get older, that knee will close up, harden, and calcify. But the process will not be complete until they are at least 2 years old. So training them too hard too soon would make them more prone to stress fractures and shin splints and other injuries which could certainly end a horse's career before it even began. In the concentrated area of Marion County than anywhere else in the entire world. We also have the most foals being born here every year, and we have one of the best breed representations of any one area. And here in the county alone, we have around 75 different breeds of horses. So because of those factors, we were called the horse capital of the world. And we figured we'd better hurry up and trademark that before Kentucky got any ideas. Now, I'll give it to them. Kentucky as a whole, I'm sure has a larger thoroughbred population than we do. However, it's our overall general population and the breed diversity which earned us the title. Now here in Ocala, of course in Kentucky, also Chantilly, France, and Newmarket, England, we are all popular horse areas. And the main reason is the fact that we all share an abundance of limestone and lime rock underneath our soil. So much of an abundance that it will produce a significant source of selenium, which filters down into the water and comes up through the soil and into the grass. And the horses can then get this nutrient quite naturally. Now the selenium is important because it's excellent for their bone growth and development, much like calcium is for us humans. So anywhere else in the world, that supplement would then have to be purchased and added into their feed to give them the same effect. Now we're probably the most popular of all the areas because of our wonderful climate most of the year. Now it was around 1943, there was a gentleman in the area by the name of Carl Rose, and he was doing road construction and testing the soil. He found the abundance of selenium, and when he did his research, he also found out how beneficial it would be for the horses. So he kind of pioneered the way, and he was the first person to set up a major thoroughbred breeding farm here in our county. And it was located where the College of Central Florida and the Paddock Mall currently rest. More people followed suit, and in 1956, a horse by the name of Needles, who was born and trained here in Ocala, went on to win the Kentucky Derby and the Belmont that year. And he was the first Florida-bred horse to do so. After that, we were officially put on the map, and people came from all around. Today in our county alone, we have over 1,200 horse farms. We also have over 330,000 acres of farmland between horses, cattle, peanuts, watermelon, and other miscellaneous crops. The end.
Very good.
In the same community, or are you all different friends? Marge, how'd you get these folks together?
Top of the
Well,
world.
it started because my sister was coming from Chicago.
Oh,
Yeah, and I said, and somebody said, well, we'd like to go do that, and we'd like to go, and then it just kind of grew. from
there we go.
And then John and Jan had family coming in from out of town, and they're here as well. So,
Very
you know,
good.
yeah, most everybody here is from on top of the world.
Well, it's nice to have you all here.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
We have a few potential buyers.
Very good, very good. Here on the right, this used to be known as Fly High Farm. And the gentleman who owned it had a very small 2-passenger plane. And he used to land it in a grass runway up behind the back barn. Now that was all fine and dandy, except for 2 little problems. For one, the runway was not very long, and for 2, it abruptly dropped off into a great big ditch. Now, I'm not sure how the farm got its name, but my best guess is it's because every time the pilot took off and landed, he crossed his fingers in the hope that he would fly high instead of sink low. The people who live here now have some horses with which they drive or fly. Right here, these little blonde guys. The little blonde guys are Fuller and Monty, and they're halflingers. And the halflinger is what we would consider a draft-type pony. We call them a pony because of their height And we call them a draft type because they have a thicker muscle mass and bone density than that of the typical pony. They originated in what we now know as Austria and Italy, and they were used as pack horses for the European armies. With their short stature, they could easily navigate mountainous terrain, and with the thicker muscle mass, they could still carry quite a heavy load. Today, they are still used as pack horses. They also use them for farming and, of course, for fun. And the first horse that was ever cloned in 2003 was a little halflinger like one of those guys. Now, also, right behind them, to the left of the barn, you can kind of see there's two big butts standing there. And back there is an English Shire and a black Clydesdale. I'm going to get us moving again, so you guys just hang on. You can stand if you want. Clydesdale, which hails from Scotland. Now, the Shire will typically come in black, whereas the Clydesdale will typically come in bay or brown, but they can come in the opposing color variation. So to the unknowing eye, they would look absolutely identical. Now, the biggest difference between the two breeds is the fact that the Clydesdale, as tall as they also become, the Clydesdale, believe it or not, is the weakest of all of the draft horse breeds. They have the thinnest bone density. Now, it doesn't mean that they are not strong, because they most certainly are. But of the heavy working class breeds, they're just not the strongest. We'll get a better glimpse probably on the way back, but on the corner, look, there's a little baby out there.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
She's about 3-4 weeks old now. So we're going to come back through this way in just a minute, so you'll be able to see her again.
It looks like you guys are competing.
Well, another hello.
Farm. And back when it was another episode, this is where Curlin got his start in training. And up until fairly recently, Curlin was the #1 earning racehorse in history when he retired, and he earned over $10 million just in his racing career. These folks had also owned and trained at one point in time the 2003 Kentucky Derby and Preakness winner Funny Side. But there's a not-so-funny story behind the farm. Right around 2001, the husband and wife purchased a group of yearling colts, which they were going to put into training together. Right around that same point in time, the husband decided that he would move literally 1 mile up this very road with his new girlfriend, and he would then start new episode farm. So as you can imagine, that did not go over very well with the wife, and she was going to be darned if that new girlfriend would see any royalties from these colts if they had grown up to become successful racehorses. So you know what she did? She took all of those colts and she gelded every single one of them, rendering them worthless after their racing careers. Well, revenge is an awfully funny thing sometimes, because one of those geldings then grew up to become Funny Side. And being that he was a Kentucky Derby and Preakness winner, if he had had the proper equipment, he easily could have gotten stud fees upwards of $100,000 per breeding section. During breeding season, they can breed up to 3 times a day. No medication required. Might book up to 150 mares in any one breeding season. So I'll let you do the math on that one, because I'd sure say that she got the last laugh after all. If you look up Funny Side on the internet, they will of course tell you that he got his start down at New Episode Farm, because the husband did wind up with them. They'll also tell you though that he was gelded basically due to a health issue. But since we're the neighbors, we know the real story. All right, hang on everybody, I'm gonna spin us around. All right, this is what I call an Amish U-turn. Oh, thank you. So this is an Amish U-turn. What do you call clip-clop, bang? An Amish drive-by. All right, one more and we're all adults. How do you keep an Amish woman happy? 2 Mennonite. Thank you, I'm here all week. So over to Acres, and the people who started this had also started a small pet supply company in the Midwest called Pet Zaz. Pet Zaz did very well, and it was later on bought out by a larger supply company called Pet Smart. And that was how they side of the shoe. To the left of that is the arbor with the hanging plants, and behind the arbor are the botanical gardens and the in-ground swimming pool. To the left of the arbor are the tennis courts, and the brick building right there on the end is the indoor swimming pool. Wow. And when you press the button, the basketball court comes out over top. Whatever, mine does too. I mean, doesn't yours? Of Shan Valley Acres. And here on the back side is where they typically keep all of the breeding stock. Now the gestation period for the horse is just over 11 months. And if you remember with the thoroughbreds especially, they're on that sensitive timeline to give birth in the first part of the year. So once the baby's born, they're only going to wait about 2 to 4 weeks. The vet will come out and check the mare, make sure she's still healthy, and then they're going to take her and breed her back right away again to another stallion. Now she usually can have about 3 babies in a row while giving birth in the proper time frame, and then she'll get a year off so she can cycle back through. So we take the term barefoot and pregnant quite literally around. Now, with the thoroughbreds, they do not allow any type of artificial insemination. Everything has to be done naturally, or what we call live cover. Now, before they take the mare to the stallion, which is customary, they want to make sure that she's going to accept him. So what they will do is they will take the mare and they will parade her past a teaser stallion. That's what this guy is. And if she displays the proper signs that she would accept him, then off into the trailer she goes to the stallion they truly selected for her that season. Meanwhile, this poor guy never sees any of the action. He feels quite blue on a regular basis, if you know what I mean. So that's why he's a little grumpy and he protects his territory.
What are the signs? What are the signs that she shows she's receptive?
They're just physical signs. We'll just go there.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. She will make it very well known.
Oh, okay.
She'll be happy to see her.
Because I know some animals make noises, birds, you know.
That's a lot more than noise. Actually got started driving a little over 20 years ago when my family still lived up north. And then the blizzard of 96 rolled through. We had 3 feet of snow, and we were living in South Jersey by then, and had to tunnel a quarter-mile down our driveway through 3 feet of snow so we could get to the racetrack to take care of our horses there. So after that, Florida was looking really good.
Yeah.
So, we moved down here just before my 15th birthday. And one night, this lady showed up on the square, and she had a team of horses in a carriage. And since I learned to drive a little bit up north, my dad thought, oh, this would be great for Kimmy. So her name was Mary. She had Ocala Carriage, and I started with her when I was 15 until I was 19. Then my boyfriend at the time told me that this was not real work, and I needed to go find a real job. Well, I was young and dumb and in love, so I got one of those real jobs. And so I did property management for 8 years. And I did very well with it, but I really just got tired of all the stress and the craziness, and I just wanted my old job back where people were actually happy to see me. Nobody goes to the property manager to tell you what a great job everyone's doing. So after that, I decided that I wanted to go back to work for Mary. And so I did for a couple of years, and then she got rather sick unexpectedly, and she passed away very quickly. So I didn't know what I would be able to do with everything, and we had done a few weddings down at Kimberden. So I went down there to give Kim and Chad the news, and I said, I don't know what I'm going to do now. And she said, well, you know what, Kimmy? I'm a really good businesswoman. I don't know anything about carriages, but we'll figure it out. Don't worry. And so Kim and Chad basically invested and took me and the horses in and helped me start it all over. So I'm very blessed to be here with you all today.
Well, you're very good at it.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
I love it. And you know, this is real work. It is a real job. And you know what? I also found a real man who understands me. So life is good.
Yeah, life is good.
So I was born in Philadelphia, and was there until I was 12. Then we moved to South Jersey, and then I've been down here. We were when I was 15, so I've been here about 20 years now. So, successful in the horse industry, you usually either have to be really lucky or have had some kind of money to invest up front so you can get a good return. Now, a lot of times you have owners of larger corporations who will invest, and it usually starts as a tax write-off, but it also becomes their hobby. Now, we do have quite a few owners of corporations who have farms here around town. Some of them are just up the road from us. If we would have kept on going straight, instead of turning around at Classic Acres, we eventually come out to the traffic light at State Road 40. And there on the corner is the Live Oak Plantation. It's the second largest farm in our county, coming in at 4,500 acres. It is also owned by the heiress to Campbell's Soup. Now, she made the Forbes millionaire list again this last year. So not only is the soup good, but she sure does have plenty of money down there. You keep going straight past her place. Eventually, you will dead end at a stop sign and a gate for Kimberden Farm. And that was owned by the late George Steinbrenner of the New York Yankees. Mr. Steinbrenner, being the businessman that he was, couldn't help himself and also had to own our local Courtyard, Ramada, Fairfield, and Marriott hotels before he passed. Not too far from those farms, and ironically enough, they're practically neighbors, we also have the owners of Ocean Spray Juice and Bacardi Rum. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Around town, we have the Kendalls and the Jacksons of the Kendall-Jackson Wineries, Alberto VO5, the Wrigleys, a property not too far away in Citra, as well as we've had the late actor John Forsythe, Reba McEntire, and country legend Mel Tillis. Now, I could go on and on, but my favorite local, of course, has to be John Travolta. Now, JT only lives about 12 miles away in a fly-in community called Jungle Lair. Now, to give you some background, Jungle Lair was originally a Vanderbilt estate, and it was later on purchased by Arthur Jones. And he was the creator of all of the Nautilus fitness equipment. He also went on to marry the Charlie Perfume girl from back in the 80s. Remember her? Charlie. Yeah. Now, her name is Terry, and they had a love for flying and also for exotic animals. And they would often import in African gray elephants, rhinos, gorillas, crocodiles, all sorts of things, and they had a bit of a wildlife sanctuary there. Well, they needed a larger runway to accommodate their planes, and when they expanded, they wound up with the world's largest private landing strip. Now, to date, it still is the largest private strip, at least here in the U.S., to the best of my knowledge. Now, unfortunately, though, they had divorced, and Terry probably should have seen that one coming because she was Arthur's 5th wife. He had a bit of a reputation for marrying, having a few children, and then leaving her behind with a bunch of money and land. Kind of like a modern-day Johnny Appleseed. So she was left with this great big estate, and her new husband started to host a monthly fly-in brunch, where you fly in with your plane, have lunch at the estate, and of course take a complimentary carriage ride before you take off. She then announced she would turn Jungle Air to a fly-in community, so the pilots could taxi to their homes. John Travolta was living in Daytona at the time, and getting in a lot of trouble for flying in late with his big 707 airplane. So he came up and stayed at the estate one weekend for one of the brunches and to check the area out. And it was pretty neat because when the brunch was over, John and Kelly came outside and I took them for a carriage ride. And they're a very lovely couple, I might add. Now I have to tell you though, I'm not really sure exactly what it was about their stay in the area that weekend that made them want to move here, but I personally think it was the carriage ride that took them in. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. You're welcome. And they've done a lot of really nice stuff for the community too. They've done several movie premieres where they donated all the money raised back to local charities. They donated $100,000 to fund the children's emergency ward at Monroe. And he likes to do everyday stuff. He shops at Walmart, eats at Denny's, works out at the 24-hour gym. So, you know, our Duke and Doc, they are around 14, 15 years old, and they are full brothers. Percheron. Now, the Percheron originates in France, and they were bred to carry knights with their heavy armor back in the medieval days. They also found that they'd be suitable for farming and transportation, so that's what they were used for ever since. Now, all of my horses come from the Amish, and they would plow fields and farm all day long. Now they only give carriage rides for up to a few hours at a time, so I call them semi-retired. Now, what most people don't realize, though, is that these horses weigh around 2,000 pounds each. And the Percheron breed, on average, can easily pull over 3 times their own weight. So this is nothing for them. So, now Duke and Doc are my movie stars. They were in the next to newest Pirates of the Caribbean movie that came out in 2011 on Stranger Tides. If you ever happen to see it, they're in the second scene with the stagecoach, and they're running through the woods up the bridge into the castle. And they actually flew all the way to Puerto Rico in the fall of 2010 to shoot their scene for the movie at the old fort in San Juan. Now, they haven't realized that they're big A-list actors yet, but if they start acting like divas, I'm going to have to remind them that their harnesses go on just like all the other horses do, one buckle at a time. Now, they were also in the 2014 season premiere of the History Channel show Mountain Men, if any of you have watched that as well.
Now, when they ride in those trucks or whatever you call them, they always just stand up. I mean,
Yeah, they stand. Absolutely.
don't they get tired of standing?
They actually sleep standing up too. So they have a locking mechanism almost in their knee that allows them to lock the leg and they can go to sleep. And the thing is that out in the wild, obviously they're the prey. So the act of getting up is pretty cumbersome for them. So if there's imminent danger, it's much easier for them to just go, uh-oh, and take off, right? So if I wasn't being filmed, I would have used another word. So then what's really interesting though is that when they are in a group together, and it is nighttime especially, they'll lay down to get a more restful sleep. And one of them will remain standing and they'll be the night watchmen. So they'll keep watch over the herd. So that hopefully they'd be able to alert them in enough time to be able to get up and get out of harm's way. Well, thank you everyone so much for coming today. It's been my pleasure to have you. I hope you've enjoyed it.
Oh, you've been most informative.
Thank you. If anyone needs to use the restroom before you go, it's just inside this door here in the bar.
You know, right?
Don't pull up.
I'm good.
Ready, go.
Walk around the other side and people on the other side. Get out, cut 'em and everything. It's like a whole different. And every time it's a little bit different.
Who's the biggest?
Is this little Prince Charming? Aw, you pig. You pig.
That's a big horse.
Over there, I'll take a picture. Aren't they pretty? He went to mom.